Live with this motherfucking shit right here. Welcome back to the goddamn show. You know who it is. It's T.O.P, Tone, and Negro versus Wade. What's
Don't
up?
do
Oh
that.
shit.
Don't do that.
Negro versus Wade. You got one every week, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That nigga been waiting all week to say this shit.
I actually
As soon as he heard the
He
news.
put a
Yo, I
that
was
nigga
sitting
put a
here,
reminder.
I was sitting here thinking, I was like, wait a minute, Roe versus Wade. Let me call this nigga Roe and find out if he know a nigga named Wade.
This nigga.
Let him have been from Miami or some shit.
No, let it be Dwayne Wade. Like what?
Exactly, that's what I said. Roe versus D Wade.
Anyway, welcome back to the show. Y'all know who the fuck it is. It's your uncle, expert level unk, T.O.P, with my man Roe, Negro to y'all. That's his superhero name. And my man Tone, the comedian extraordinaire, whose show I can't seem to get no free tickets for. Anyway, we like to welcome
Call my
y'all
auntie,
back.
she hook you up.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is some of my aunties. It's hot auntie summer. So, you know what it is. If you got an auntie that needs some attention, holla at your man. I don't charge that much. But anyway, welcome back, fellas. Glad that you guys made it through another week. I don't know how trying your week was. My week was kind of trying. Got a chance to visit a good friend of mine. They're in the hospital right now. So I got a chance to go kick it with them. I was supposed to go last weekend, but I was being kind of lazy and selfish. And I kind of like laid around all weekend last weekend. Not this weekend that just passed, but the weekend prior. I would like to attribute it to the fact that I'm a middle-aged man now, but for some reason, it just don't seem like I could get enough sleep. I could like sleep for 3-4 days, damn near the whole 3-4 days, and it's still not be enough sleep. I think I need to slow down on the weed smoking. It's finally catching up, or my superhero powers is shrugging off, or I'm losing it. I don't know what the fuck going on. But anyway, welcome back, fellas. How you doing?
Shit, all gravy over here, man.
Yeah, I'm doing Gucci.
Hey, you better watch out. Don't have too much gravy over there. So don't go run. So go hit your ass like refrigerator Perry, nigga. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. But what about you, Tone? How you doing? You sounding quite spry and happy.
Oh yeah. That blunt kicked in. You know how that go.
Oh my nigga. Yes,
Yes,
I
sir.
know how that go. I'm over here sitting. I got 3 different kinds. I got bonbons, I got gelati, and some shit called Uncle Snoop, nigga. But anyway, that's probably TMI, but it's all good because I like to do what I like to do. We all got our vices. But anyway, in this past week's news, probably the most unimportant shit in the news that had everybody talking was this Roe versus Wade thing. And I'm curious to know from you guys, what exactly what thoughts and opinions did you have? What's your understanding of the Roe versus Wade case? And how do you think things will progress from this moment forward?
Well, I want to start by saying my bets is on Roe. That's my dog.
You know that nigga coming through with the 3-wheel motion. You know what I'm saying? So
he from the streets.
he looked like a mini Mac 10. What's side?
But I don't know, man. I think it's kind of getting blown out of proportion.
We love you, bro. Go ahead, Tom.
I think the response is kind of blown out of proportion to me. But I mean, I don't have a vagina, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been made illegal like people keep saying it is. Mm-hmm. What has actually happened is they just made it where states have free roam to say we want to ban it and we don't. So
Yeah.
and then, but even to do that, you gotta vote and shit. So I don't know.
Yeah, and the ladies do make up quite a large percentage of registered voters, and just from my own observations of the times that I went to vote, I noticed that a lot of white folks go to vote, and a lot of women go to vote. So
Right.
I would imagine that, if it comes down to the decisions being made on the local state, the local level. When I say local, I mean state, as opposed to the federal government. But I there's going to be a lot of problems in the South, specifically, from Virginia all the way over to Texas, because this area of the country is a very, very religious area of the country. As a matter of fact, I want to say that the southern states from Florida across to Texas is called like the Bible Belt or some shit like that. But I think, even though there's a lot of female voters, they're gonna have a lot of pushback, on the legal front in regards to Roe versus Wade. And I'm in agreement with you, Tone. I also do not have a vagina, but aside from that fact, because it applies to the three of us, as a man, especially because you have children, I would imagine that you will have a little more to say in regards to it. Or maybe
I mean,
maybe I'm
to be honest, like I'm in the middle with the whole abortion thing. Like on one end, if I get a chick pregnant that I don't want to have a baby, I'm gonna probably be leaning towards it. But in all, I don't think it's a good thing.
mm,
You know what
okay.
I mean?
Hey,
Like
break it
but
down.
I don't
Break it down.
condemn. Go ahead. What you say?
I said, go ahead, and break it down.
Oh, I mean, like in the sense of like it is kind of like making a decision on a whole person's life that don't get an opportunity to make a decision for themselves. In my mind, because a lot of
Mm,
people say when it's in your stomach, it's not a baby. But if you was pregnant and I was to like get into it with you and the baby died, I go to prison for murder.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I like your line of thought, your ability to reason the way that you do, because that's similar to an argument that I put forth, and that is if I actually go out and shoot somebody with a gun, I would get charged with some form of murder or manslaughter if the person actually died as a result. But women have been given the opportunity to basically essentially do the very same thing to a helpless individual, which is an unborn child. Because the truth of the matter is, if a fetus doesn't have rights, then that means none of us have rights, because we all were fetuses to begin with. Did that make any sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And what's your opinion on it, Ro? I mean, I don't know if you have one or not, but if you do, please share. I'm curious to know.
Um,
How would you feel? How would you feel? Here's another question. How would you feel if you got a chick pregnant and she got an abortion and she didn't tell you? But,
I would I would feel a way about that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like women, they don't care about facts or fair, but it's just like, okay, if a woman decides, if I get a girl pregnant and we having recreational sex and it just happened, she could say, I don't want this baby, and it's cool, but what if I want the baby? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I want it? Or what if I don't want it? You know what I'm saying? I can't just walk away and just get off like, I'm a bad man, I'm a terrible person, I'm a deadbeat, I'm all
Mhm.
kind of stuff. So if it ain't gonna be like both sides, it's like forget that. And honestly, I don't want kids, but
Mhm.
if it happened, like, I forget that abortion shit. I'm just gonna man up and do what I need to do. See, the problem is we out here chasing too much sex. Like, niggas be like, all right, like what Tone was saying, like, all right, man, if I didn't really want to have a baby with her, like, why are you having sex with a woman that you can't see yourself
Mhm.
potentially having a baby with anyway? We shouldn't be doing that technically. We're gonna do it anyway, but at least,
Mhm.
man up to your shit. Like if I get a
I'm
hood rat
glad
pregnant, that's my fault. Like that's all on me. and I'm just gonna do what I can. You know what I'm saying? Like people just should just stop being irresponsible when it comes to having sex. You know what I'm saying? Like it just gives people an excuse to just go out and do whatever. Maybe you'll think about who you let nut in you. You know what I'm saying? Next time you get out here in the streets, you know,
Yeah.
like you should
You
be
you would
conscious of that. You know what I'm saying? Like
you
don't
would
be
think that
reckless.
that would be the case, but when you look at the actual statistics, there are many women who are quote unquote single mothers, and repeated offenders. If
And why
you
would they
just
stop being? There's no
yeah,
consequence for like doing like.
exactly,
So it's just like
exactly.
why would they stop doing that? Like it got to be some kind of like just
Now
consequence.
I'm glad that you brought up. I'm glad that you made that point because in my opinion, again, I'm not a woman. I'm not capable of being impregnated, but as a man, I do play a part in that act. But in summary, the overturning or potential overturning, I'm not exactly sure what the status is, but I'm just going by what's been said in the media. But the overturning of Roe versus Wade and letting it be decided on a state level is in a way kind of putting women in a position where they now have to, have better pussy management, for a lack of a better way of saying it, because now you don't have the legal precedent, just to justify or to, you know, make a way for you to partake in this type of action and or behavior. And so I would also like to speak to you the other point that you made, which is something that a lot of us, at least from my observations, a lot of people avoid that point in conversation, and that is ultimately the purpose of sex is reproduction, ultimately. And as a consequence, it feels good so that we'll keep doing it, so that the human race will survive. And many people, I agree with you on this point, bro. But many people are very irresponsible when it comes to sex, in particular women. And the overturning of versus Wade cuts off one of their avenues of unaccountability. Not to mention the fact that if you just look at black women specifically, since the 1970s, they've literally aborted like 25% of our current population. That's a lot of people. A lot of people.
Yeah.
And, I don't think women are, you know, capable of really, making that kind of a decision on their own by themselves, because they generally respond emotionally.
Mhm.
So when a young woman gets pregnant by a young man, if she's going to make the decision to terminate the baby, then there's something, that an activity they both need to be intimately involved in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yep.
This might sound crazy, but like, all right, if it's gonna be legal, they should make child support illegal. Then you know what I'm saying. If a man don't want to be a part of the baby's life, if they gonna make it legal for her to just like get rid of it, then the
Mhm.
man should be have the right to not want to be in the baby's life. You know what I'm saying? Because that
But
happens too. But
here
women
go the
still
fucked
gotta
up.
pay the consequences. You know.
But here go the fucked up part is that women are actually given a little, in my opinion, a little bit too much power over the life of the child, considering the fact, taking in consideration the fact that she could not have produced a child on her own. And so, therefore, even though, it's her body, you have to take that up with the creator, because the creator made you to carry babies. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, with that in mind, it just because it's your body, there are two other individuals involved in this situation: the unborn child and the father of the child. You don't get to make the decision by yourself. But this is the power that women have been given, and we've seen that they've been very very reckless with this with such great power.
Yep. A funny story is my mom been working for the post office pretty much my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me about how I'm her first child or whatever. She told me how she was actually gonna have an abortion, but the day she changed her mind, she got her job at the post office and she been there ever since.
Mm.
That's what's
Mm.
up.
Cause she ain't had no job at first when she was pregnant with me. So she was like,
Mm.
"What I'm gonna do?" Yeah, blah blah blah. She had applied to the post office like months prior to that, and they happened to call her the same day.
That's crazy. I mean, I've never been a woman. I talk to lots of women, and women are only going to tell us men so much.
Right.
But if I could try to make an attempt to put myself in a woman's shoes, I would say that I can understand to some degree, however limited it may be, possibly what any particular woman may be going through. Even though I'll never really know because I can never be a woman, so I can never really truly have that experience. But what I'm trying to get across is I can imagine that it's a lot to deal with and have to take into consideration. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to worry as a woman. I can imagine that she's got to worry on her mind that is this motherfucker going to be here? You know what I'm saying? Because in
You
a lot,
worried?
in a lot of cases, I imagine that a lot of women who have abortions, they meet a guy, they like him, they have sex with him, they end up getting knocked up by him, and then they come to the realization that this is not going to work out, at least not for the long term, and so they terminate the pregnancy. But then that speak right back to the point that you mentioned earlier, Ro. We have to be more responsible when it comes to sex because sex produces more people.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like, in my lifetime, one of my ultimate goals is to make sure that I get right, however right I am able to get, so that when I go stand in front of the creator, I don't have to offer no excuses for my behavior.
Right.
Did that rhyme? Did that rhyme? Salute to Sir Ism.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
it's a
So
weird thing because, like I say, on one end, I don't like the fact. So, like, I'm not a complete anti-government person, like you know what I mean. But like at the same time, I don't like when they start dabbling into like personal shit.
yeah, yeah,
But on the same end, this ain't really all the way personal because, like you just discussed, on one end, yeah, she could want it, but what if he don't,
yeah, or vice versa.
or vice versa?
But and in both situations, the majority of the power resides with the woman, and that's
Yep.
not a just situation because
And then the responsibility.
it allows her to override whatever the father of the child says. So, but excuse me, for those of you who don't know, Roe versus Wade is basically a case that was presented before the Supreme Court so that abortion can be basically recognized constitutionally so that they could take the power out of the hands of the state because different states are going to make different laws in regards to abortion. And so it was basically done on a national federal level for all, but it has since been rescinded. I've got my tinfoil hat theories. I personally think that if you take into account the the
The person who
demographic,
created.
no, the coming demographics and the quote unquote browning of America, it's no it's no mystery to me why Roe versus Wade has gotten overturned. To put it another way, it's an encouragement for white folks to have more babies. because it doesn't really affect any other women like that. Spanish women don't even have abortions for the most part, especially if they Catholic. That's why they got so many goddamn kids.
Black ones do though.
Yeah, they have black women have a lot of abortions, but we also have a special set of circumstances, historical circumstances as a result of being, you know, t- uh, subjects of white terrorism in this country. And so black women do it for a lot of different reasons. One reason is because it gives them power over black men. Two, I have a tendency to think that generally black people don't like black people, but I think secretly that black women don't like black people more than any other group of black people don't like black people.
I don't know.
Any
I
other
just see it
group?
as a way to dodge accountability.
That too. That too. That too. That too. I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
I mean, but let's be real though. Let's be real. Let's This conversation don't even matter, and I'm gonna tell you why. If all first of all 50 states are going to have to do it, and that don't even matter, because guess what, if they're going to go out of the country for a BBL, they're going to go out of the country to do the other shit too, man. It don't even matter. They're going to find a state in the middle of an island. If they determine to really do it, they're going to do it anyway, you know what I'm saying,
I
unless it's
think,
just blocked worldwide. It
yeah,
doesn't
I think
matter anyway.
I agree with you. I agree with you up to a point, and I agree with you
Mm.
up to the point, depending on which state the particular female in question resides in and what the laws are in that state regarding abortion. Because if you know, like I know, I've been all around this country. It's a lot of motherfuckers that never even been out their state, and that
Ain't
to
got
say
no
that.
intentions.
Yeah, that to say to make the point that a lot of people don't really travel as much.
They
Some
will
people,
for that. They
some
will for
some,
that. If
but
they
if
have
it
to, you
if
crazy.
it's not available, this is what I think is going to happen. If it's not available and they don't have the means to travel, to where it is available, I think a lot of, and I'm starting to notice this too, with women's dating habits is changing. Um, Somewhat anyway. You're going to see a lot of these women start being a lot more selective about who they get knocked up by.
Yeah, as they
It,
should.
it's not going to happen immediately, in my opinion. But
There's
over
gonna be a
time,
couple oops, big mistakes where people are like,
yeah.
oh shit, I need to start paying attention.
hmm Over time, over time, especially when everything start rolling out and happening, and the power reverts back to the states to make the laws in regards to abortion, you're gonna see a lot of women, and this is just a hypothetical. I could be 100% wrong, but I think you're gonna see women's sexual behavior change as a result because they no longer have that as a quote unquote safety net or something to fall back on in case they make a mistake. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like the rules of the game changed in the middle of the game, and now they're like, all right, new
Exactly.
strategy.
Exactly. Exactly. Because another thing I've been noticing, is, like I just mentioned, women's dating habits. I'm noticing that a lot of women are. It's like they tired of the fuck niggas now. They want nice guys because they tired of getting fucked and dumped. You understand what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
then you didn't turn all the nice guys into red pill raging motherfuckers. So,
I
like,
know. We got they motherfucking leader right here. Just cheat on her.
no, it's just snap on her now. Remember?
Oh
Just
man.
just skeet on her. Right on.
Right, that's gonna be the
Right
next
on
one.
her. Splat right on her forehead.
Then it's gonna be just do just skeeting
And
and
I just
leave.
want to say, I just
That's what
want to
this is gonna
say,
be.
I
This
just
nigga
want to say
terrible.
to all the ladies out there, please don't be offended. We are three men having a conversation about what is essentially mostly or primarily a female issue. And, I mean, we have thoughts about these things because they do concern us, as far as we are involved in these situations, because it takes two to tango, and it is unjust that if it takes two people to make a child, that only one person gets to make the decisions.
Yeah. And that's why we need to like, for example, I'll be having this conversation with my cousin. I'll be like you as a father, like Tone, I don't know if you got a daughter or not, but you would probably
Yeah.
pick a good man for your daughter, you know what I'm saying? But she would probably buck against that good man. Because a lot of the dating issues, it's like now it's just like at least the old ladies had both, because I think grandmas was cheating too, but at least they was like, all right, I gotta find me a dude with some money that's financially stable who gonna help me take care of these kids. But now it's just like they just gonna choose a dude who is, who lit, got some clout, who look good. But they would buck against a father that would choose, like we would choose like a great man for them, like for the long haul, but they would probably go against that shit. Like if it was on some like, all right, what they call it when the father used to marry the daughters off and shit like that, where they chose
An
the father
arranged marriage.
arranged marriage. There we go. Like they would go against that shit, and I know for sure. Like if I had a daughter, niece, whatever, like I would pick the right person that you need to be with, but they would probably go against that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they just want to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a hell of a situation. I can't say that much. It's a hell of a situation. Um, I've always been of the opinion, that women aren't stupid. You know, I mean, it's quite obvious. On some level, they got some amount of logic. I mean, there's plenty of women out here they done got their whole plan planned out before they even got to the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? So that to make the point that a lot of us think that women don't think. They do think. They don't think the
They
way
play the
that we
fool to
think.
catch the wise.
Yeah, they just don't think in the same manner that we do. But you just got to be careful, man. You really got to be cautious and selective about the women that you lay down with, and even more so with any woman you choose to impregnate or consider to be the mother of your children. It's a really important endeavor. And like Ro pointed out earlier, when it comes to sex, we are really, really irresponsible when it comes to sex.
Yep, just like we was talking about last week when I was telling you about how I like hood chicks, but I will pass them up because I'll be like, oh no, like that family look crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to hit that. Imagine if I hit that and hit it and quit it, and she liked me and she tell her brothers, like I'll be thinking about all kind of crazy stuff. But most people
Yeah.
don't think about none of that. They just like, man, I'm just thinking about this nut right now.
Yo,
Whatever
who
happens.
came?
Right.
Which one of y'all niggas came?
Which one of you niggas is gay? Oh, that's hilarious, man. I understand where you're coming from, Ro. That's why I say you got to be real selective, because one of the things that I've always painstakingly made sure that I pointed out when I had these kind of conversations is that for guys, a lot of the mistakes that we make with women is come from this very type of a situation, reproducing, making other people. A lot of us, we'll see a physically attractive female, what I'm saying, and we be ready to knock her down and knock her up. But I mean, do you know anything about her medical history? Her family might got a history of you know certain kinds of illnesses. Like they might have a history of heart disease or some shit. These are you have to take these things into consideration before you make a baby.
Uh-huh.
You're maybe you dealing with a girl. and everybody in her family is missing their right pinky toe. You know, your child probably gonna be missing a right pinky toe too. You got to
Or
take
have half a toe or some shit.
you have to take these things into consideration. And a lot of people, you know, they get women and men, you know, they get with each other and they do not take these things into consideration when they have children with each other. I'm willing to bet that most people don't sit down and don't have these kinds of discussions in their planning and preparations to make a family.
Yeah.
And it's very detrimental to the culture and society at large, in my opinion. You know, I could be wrong about that. Well, what you guys think?
Shit, yeah, man. I actually I stopped talking to this girl. Like she real cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? She didn't do nothing wrong, but like I looked at her life and I'm like, damn, your life is in shambles. If I accidentally got you pregnant, I know I'm gonna have to really really step my game up times 12 because you ain't got nothing in order. Like, yeah, you a nice person. You know, the everything is fire, the head fire, the sex fire, all of that. But I'll be thinking about like, damn, like I always think about that when I have sex with girls. I don't know if y'all do that. Anytime I have sex, I always think about like, damn, like what if I got this girl pregnant? Like, what would it be like? And I
You mean
start
like
thinking,
during
hey,
or
life.
after?
Most of the time it's after the fact. You
I
It's
know,
know,
always
I know.
after.
Hey, I know exactly what you mean, bro. I used to have those thoughts when I was a younger man. You know what I'm saying? And I was really out there reckless with my you know my penis and shit, just doing all kinds of things I shouldn't have been doing. You know, and then I switched over to fucking with the aunties because the aunties usually got the tubes tied. You just skeet all over them like scary
that's
movie.
what it is.
You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
okay. I need the aunties, man. That's what I need
Ah,
right there. Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
man.
okay. I see you,
Yeah, man.
smart
You
They
man.
say fuck a
get you
sundress. I want a moo
get you. Nah, you
moo.
crazy as hell. That bitch better show up with a milkshake and a snuggie.
This is stupid.
Yeah, man.
And a universal remote.
Yeah, man. That's one of the now I know a lot of guys, you know, say don't fuck with single mothers and da, 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 da. Yeah, okay, whatever. We all got our fucking problems. We've all made mistakes. No fucking body's perfect. Beyond you know how God intended for you to be. You understand what I'm saying? But there's benefits and negatives no matter which female you mess with.
True.
It's all about how you run your program. You understand what I'm saying? And only dealing with chicks who are going to cooperate with your program. But one of the upsides of dealing with single mothers is, you know, they know they are already going to the situation knowing she's got children. She's not going to have but so much time for me. That's fine because I don't want to be bothered with that bitch all the time any goddamn way. And if she didn't have no fucking kids, she would annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah, see, I knew you was
You know what I'm
blue
saying?
pill, bro. Like you a
Plus,
blue pill ass
plus,
nigga, man.
Ah, go ahead
ain't
with that bullshit.
You blue
Plus,
pill, bro.
plus,
ain't
plus,
ain't
a
nothing
lot of
better.
these, a lot of these women, once they have one or two children, they don't want to have no more kids. They will haul ass down there and get their tubes tied. You can skeet
Oh,
all in
you
them.
chasing for the tube tide. That's what it is. That's your game. I see you, bro.
He said, "I see you, bruh,
I'm peeping it,
bruh,
man. I'm soaking up
bruh,
game.
bruh."
I'm gonna take it to the next level. I'm dating 65 and up, like where it's
Ah,
physically
nah,
impossible.
Possible,
that's
niggas.
too. Nah, man.
Boy, you get hit with
with
the
with
Gumby.
different with different women, man, you gonna have to carry it a little bit different. So, like I told y'all before, I know I deal with a lady that's close to that age, but it's not a sexual thing. You know what I'm saying? She be like put me up on shit. You know what I'm saying? We be kicking it.
Oh,
Like I
I
actually
see what you're saying.
I really be learning shit from her. You know what I'm saying? And plus, it's more like a social relationship than it is, like some man and woman humping type shit. You know what I'm
And
saying?
fuck
I'm
all
not.
that. Take your
Yeah, but he
dentures
clapped
out.
that.
Fuck
Quit
all
playing,
that.
bro. Quit playing.
Take them
Ah,
dentures out. Fuck all that. I
I
don't
ain't.
want none
I
of
All
can't
that.
right,
be
bro.
clapping on you. I can't be clapping on your granny like that.
Hey, man.
Tone. See
Tiptoe little, bro.
that AARP check ain't hitting like it used to.
Hey, man. She got my hips out of line.
And then so like another thing too about women. What the fuck?
What the
Hold
hell
on.
is that?
I don't know what that was. My shit started tripping
Hello?
out, but
Okay.
can y'all
Okay,
hear me?
okay. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you. I can hear you.
All right, for sure.
Another thing, this some game is that older women, you can learn a lot of shit about young women from fucking with older women. Because they just younger versions of these old bitches. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
They be more upfront.
So the old but the young chicks, they don't got game like older chicks. You see what I'm saying? So I learned the game off of older chicks, and then before these young chicks even do it, I already know what the fuck they gonna do because I done seen this old bitch do it already. So it's a lot to learn in any situation in life. You know what I'm saying? And then and again, dealing with women is not always about fucking. That's why you gotta understand what the fuck you gonna do with them before you even get them. That's something else that a lot of us don't do. We don't have our intent set before we even get to the spot where it's getting ready to pop off at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I made a lot of mistakes in my life dealing with women. And I've learned not to keep repeating those mistakes. And I only try to pass on what I have learned to people who are interested in listening to what I have to say. So.
Yeah, but shit, you a smart man. Just like I actually picked up a passenger that asked me about the shit, whatever. And she was like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "You want the political correct, or you want me to tell the real?" I said pretty much the same thing I'm saying today. And she was just like, "Okay, but what about, if they're not in a this what she said. She's like, what if they're not in like a good position to take care of the baby? I'm just like, well, shit, she could have got a plan B, like, or
Right.
or just how about you just stop having sex with men that ain't got shit going for themselves? Like, how about that? Like, we don't never think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Same
Correct.
thing, same thing with dudes. Dudes get with these females. She a cutie. Her little baby hair is all slicked and waved down to this lay back to the side and shit, like she got some new nail on her forehead. And niggas don't think, well, what could this bitch do for me? How could she help make my life
Oh, they be
better?
thinking that just the
You know what I'm
wrong
saying?
way.
I mean, yeah, exactly. The way they be thinking with the little head and not with the big head. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Exactly.
like I say, every female that I deal with, it's not about fucking. Like they actually do shit for me that I can't do because I don't have the time. So you gotta learn how to be a chess player, how to move these pieces around that are presented to you for your use. Everything is not about fucking.
There are
You know
more
what I'm
of them
saying?
than there are of you.
Uh, Everything is not always about fucking when it comes with women. When it comes to women, and the truth of the matter is if you got a proper mouthpiece, you ain't even gotta fuck her and still get what you want out of her. But a lot of motherfuckers ain't on that level yet. So, you know,
And other people
can
don't care about that level. That's the thing. Like like I think
that
about it.
too.
I know like both of y'all experienced this. Like, when you growing up, you think the man that's just fucking all the hoes, like you think he the man. Like you think you grow up thinking like, man, that's lit right there. Like, I want to be like that. But most of them dudes that grow up, that be just having all the hoes, they be having the most problems because they be the ones with all the baby mamas and all the drama. So you really winning in the end. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be thinking like, oh man, if I ain't getting no pussy, I ain't winning. Like, he fucking all the hoes. Like, I'm a loser. Like, nah, like you focus on other shit. You gonna surpass him at some point. Any nigga that sit up here chasing pussy all day, they don't really get the best quality out of life. They deal with the most drama. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Every day is like is a surprise.
Not only that, but you have to take into consideration the time aspect. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to your life, we all only get a certain amount of time, however much time that turn out to be. You know what I'm saying? And if you running around chasing behind women all the time, you know, you spending a lot of your lifetime and energy dealing with chicks. Well, what are you getting accomplished? You know?
Yeah, it's just like you just talking about. Like, now I'm starting to look at it, appreciate the game you be dropping, because now it's just like, man, like, what was I going so crazy for? It's just pussy, you know, like we be losing our mind. Like, the only time you really have value is if you trying to create a baby, like you literally want to create a baby. Other than that, like, it really should have no value over your life. Like, that shouldn't determine if you a man or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, I'm over here feeling like I'm not a man because I ain't got a 10-girl rotation. Like, you know how much time and money that would cost me to have a 10-girl rotation? You know what I'm saying?
For sure. That's a hell of a lot of shit. It's a lot of time just dealing with one of these hoes. Let alone 5 and 10 of them. And trust me, I've been there before. When I first started driving trucks, I had like 13 different chicks in 13 different states. It's very time consuming.
This nigga founded
Very
a whole
time
new country
consuming.
and shit. He Christopher Columbus out this bitch. He got 13 colonies.
You shot the fuck out.
This nigga said, I got 13 bitches in 13 places, like 13 different positions,
13 colonies,
in 13 different flavors.
Well, I mean, I can't help it. See, this is like I used to tell my
This
ex-girlfriend.
Mac and Robbins.
I can't help it. I can't help it that women like me. I can't help it. Nothing I can do about it. I can't, man. I'm not gonna make them stop. But I'm a grown ass motherfucking man and I got self-control. No, not right now, sweetheart. Maybe later.
Shit,
and
man.
I ain't gotta say to her, you heard what I said. You understand what I'm saying? One time, that's it. She heard me.
Shit, I'm glad they didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad I got passed up by most of them chicks that I wanted, because I'll be seeing them later on in life. I'll be like, whoo, thank God.
That's right.
I felt like Neo in the Matrix dodged the bullet like a bitch.
Ooh, I wanted that so bad. That's what it was gonna turn out to be. Oh my God, I'm so glad you rejected me and called me an ugly little short, shrivel little teeny weeny short man. Remember that song? They used to sing that shit.
Hey, you know something else. You brought up another important point, Ro, and that is when you was giving the example about the young lady, and you were saying, yeah, you know, it's all good to kick it with her and the sex is good and all that shit, but this bitch life is in shambles. Besides fucking her, what else can I do with her? You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of guys, females too, you know, we get in these situations with these people and we end up wasting a lot of our time. You know?
Yeah, and it's no disrespect to her, because we still cool to this day. She'll call me right now. I'm gonna answer. We gonna chop it up on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you ain't gotta just be smashing on all of them. Like, we real cool. So this ain't like
as a matter of fact, here go the game, right? When you ain't trying to get the pussy and you just a solid, cool ass motherfucker, they really want to give you some pussy.
That's facts. I learned. I'm recently learning that. Like, goddamn, like, you know, I could just be me. You just be
regular, cool. You just be kicking it with them. They appreciate. They appreciate. It's like it's almost. I put it to you like this. Just kicking it and chilling and being you. You know what I'm saying? And not pressing them for no ass. It's like talking to a chick, a sexy chick with a tight ass dress on and her boobs and shit is all popping out, and you talking to her, you looking her right in her motherfucking eyes. You ain't even seen her titties yet. That kind of shit fuck bitches' heads up. It's like this motherfucker, he actually has something to say. He ain't
I
look
like
at
how
my
you got your
titties and walk
mustache lined
down.
up.
I don't know what kind of chicks you dating, Blue, though.
Hey man, you throwing insult they way, man. That's the red pill way, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. That do work. That do work. I'm telling you, it do work. I have done it lots of times. It does work, but it only works under certain circumstances. You gotta either already be in and know this chick. You know what I'm saying? For it to work, or if it's some chick that you just meeting, you better be a damn good reader of women before you try to approach her like that.
Oh, fuck that. Just snap on her.
Because you can't just
exactly.
walk up to any goddamn woman and be like that. Because some
Oh
of them ain't
hell
gonna
no!
go
Hey
for it.
man, stop listening to Top. It's for all the people that's
Right.
listening. Don't listen to that nigga. You walk up right to her and you insult her.
You say, bitch,
You
I'ma
insult her.
just
Say,
cheat
hey,
on
you
you.
bald
I'ma
head, bald eagle, tarantula
he,
face looking
he
asshole. Give
called
me your
her
number.
he called her a
Right.
bald head.
He's
He
stupid.
called he called her a bald headed bald eagle. God damn. Is that double ball, nigga?
Bitch, I can see your brain. You bald head. I can see your brain. You got next level
Oh,
bald head. You dirt
And
fuck.
look, now he's like, you so bald headed. I saw you think about me from all the way over here.
you so bald, I almost hit the 8 ball with your head, girl.
Yeah, y'all gotta
Y'all,
insult him. Forget that game. That Top ain't got no game. You know, you walk right in with the insult. Tone, you right,
Say,
man. This is how we
be
got. It's
kind. What is this
2022.
you gotta,
bullshit?
you gotta,
Be
you gotta
chill.
listen. This really where your mouthpiece come in at. If you gonna insult the chick, you gotta insult her in a very nice way. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? Like, I'll give you an example. I was ragging on this chick earlier because she had on, the big ass, square ass movie star glasses and shit.
Yeah.
So I looked over there and looked down. I was like, "Oh, you think you some kind of movie star or something, don't you? The big ass goddamn glasses." You know what I'm saying? I'm ragging on her. What she come back with? Oh no, sweetheart. This so that y'all can see me watching y'all. I was like, all right, watch out now. You fuck around, be watching me. You can see me in my birthday suit. Just flirting with her. You know what I'm saying? Just
Nah, that's
flirting
not
with her.
hardcore. That's not red pill enough.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
ain't say
hardcore
bitch
enough.
one time, bro. You ain't gonna get her.
You gotta throw
Hey,
add a hoe in there at
Hey,
minimum.
contrary to popular belief, I don't call women bitches all the time. Just some of the time.
Yeah, because you ain't hard enough. You
Good.
soft. You blue pill. You know, you date single mothers. You all polite.
That, that's
You don't.
that's because I was watching your goddamn channel, nigga, and you taught me to just cheat on them bitches. Now I'm over here red pill raging, and I can't even get no new content off of you, nigga. What's up with that shit? What you do? Quit? How you just gonna quit? You
Damn, man.
told me to cheat on her.
You
It's all
right.
your
Right.
fault. It's all your
Right.
fault.
You ruined my relationship.
You fucked up my relationship. You ain't no dating guru.
Hey, man, that's crazy because I used to
Hey,
get
like you
messages
wasn't
like that.
dating when you was in a relationship. Now that you're single, you can date again. You're welcome.
Yo, that'll be $5.99.
That'll be $5.99.
Cash at me.
You
Tell a
want to take
friend.
your game to the next level? Cash at me at just cheat on her.
Super chat.
Right.
Damn.
Super chat. Just cheat on her.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Send him
I
a, send
missed
him a,
that shit.
send him a super sticker.
I
Bro
should
was
have
almost a cult
screenshotted some
leader.
of the messages, man. That shit used to be comedy.
Yo.
That shit used to be
That
comedy.
motherfucker. Yo, I used to be crying. Crying. You used to have me crying. I was like, yo, this nigga is funnier than a motherfucker. Is it? It must be a short nigga thing. Oh, I ain't never met a short nigga that wasn't funny.
Hey man, we gotta defend ourselves 24/7, nigga. Cause
Ironically
niggas
enough,
like you.
it's a short nigga and a fat nigga thing.
Hey,
Oh,
low
god
key, hell
damn.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, remember in
Oh,
high school, they'll be like,
god
all you
damn.
have to say was shut your fat ass up. That nigga Fat would come with the coldest joke ever in
Yep,
man's
bro. Like,
history. And
yep,
all you
been
gotta do
waiting
is
to
say,
get
man,
bake
shut
your
your
bitch.
fat
Look,
ass
look, we
up.
spent our whole class just like, all right, if this nigga call me fat, I'm gonna say this about his shoe. This bitch say something about me being fat. I'm gonna say something about this nigga dusty ass t-shirt he got on. You know what I mean? You be ready, nigga. You be like ready, nigga. Because you know it's coming, bro.
Three
And
niggas on
eventually, it just
YouTube,
become a talent.
presented by the Top Cast, starring T.O.P and Laurel and Hardy. No, I'm fucking with you.
This nigga.
Anyway, before we get out of here, man, because I got to get up early, got to go make the donuts. We've been here for almost an hour. You know, I'm pretty sure the people appreciate the conversation.
His
But
girl sprung back for like 5 minutes.
shut up. before we get out of here, any final thoughts on Negro versus Wade?
Shit, yeah, man. Just protect yourself, shit, man. Stop. If she look crazy, don't have sex with her. I know you niggas be like, oh man, you know them crazy girls got the best pussy. You know what I'm saying? I gotta fuck me a crazy. I like that. Yeah, okay, Until you sitting in
Man,
that child support office and
I
she
know that's right.
get in your
I
pockets,
know
then you think about it. Like, nah, man. Like, don't even have sex with the crazy ones. If she got a dysfunctional family, don't have sex with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at her mother. If her mother crazy, 9 times out of 10, she gonna be crazy. You gotta look at every aspect. Like T.O.P was saying, look at her medical history, all of that before you even have sex with her. I know y'all
That's
think it's
why.
not that deep, but that's the best way to protect yourself.
that's facts. Because if you don't protect yourself, ain't nobody else gonna do it. And if you get fucked up as a result of not of poor planning or failure to plan, you can't blame nobody but yourself. You can't get on the internet and be talking about these bitches ain't shit. Just cheat on them because you was a goofball. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That was all on you, homeboy. You know, but uh,
Should have did
you
your
know
whole
how
facts, player.
I know that's right. Hit him with your final thoughts, Tom. And both you fellas, make sure that you drop your contact information, social media information, so that the folks listening now and on the playback can get at you if they would like to, kick it with you about something.
Shit, I'm right here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, not all at once. You need to raise your hands first.
This fat ass nigga right here. No, fuck that
Oh man, I
nigga.
couldn't see
We
that
in
it was your
class.
turn. You too far down there.
Oh, I know Rudy from the Cosby Show ain't talking shit.
Nigga, you old as Bill Cosby. Nigga.
I
This
gave
nigga
your
probably wear a
I
Bill
gave your
Cosby
auntie
sweater, nigga.
a Quaalude, nigga.
That's
Your
what
old pussy
Cosby was
eating
copping on
ass.
from him.
Gave your auntie some of that drink, then I felt them. No, I'm fucking with you. I Cosby that bitch. No, I'm fucking
They
with
like
you.
YouTube, like
Damn.
we got him.
I know that's right, man. Fuck
Hey,
you
we
too.
getting canceled. Hey, you niggas better not get rich, cause soon as we get rich, nigga, we all getting canceled, man. We just said so much crazy shit.
And if he
I
get
know
rich
that's
before
right.
me, I'm posting this shit. Just like
Blackmail that nigga.
Snitches get stitches.
Not in 2022. Snitches get away nowadays.
I
right,
know
nigga,
that's
get
right. We in the Takashi 6ix9ine era, man. So we in the era of the fake goofball motherfuckers with the skinny jeans and the big shoes. So it's very unfortunate, but that's the world that we've been given. Again, final thoughts, Tone, before we get out of here.
man, just be careful who you having kids with. I won't even say like I get it. Like people want to fuck, that happens. But like, it's so many ways to avoid. I mean, getting somebody pregnant. Now, granted, it's still slip ups to happen, but I mean, if this is the option, I say that's what you do. But if it ain't no option, then obviously you got to change the way you play the game. Like I said earlier, if it's not available to do, then stop. stop raw dogging.
Pull out
Unless
with
you
a
feel like it's
condom
worth the
on.
risk. Huh?
Pull out with a
Listen,
condom on.
I know
Right,
that's
exactly.
right. Be on your Big Sean. And with that, I'd like to thank all you folks for coming through and spending some time with me, Negro, and Nigga Tone on 3 Niggas on YouTube. I am your host, Nigga T.O.P, because I'm on T.O.P of your auntie. With that, we'll see you motherfuckers next week. Make sure you bang the like button the same way you wipe your feet before you come in my
Bang,
house,
bang,
because if you
bang,
don't,
bang.
I'll throw you through the window like Fred did Dino. Until next week, tell your auntie I said hi, your mama too. Tell her make sure I
He's
got
seen
a
that in
plate.
person.
I'll be over there Thursday night. And until next week, we'll see you. Thanks, Roe. Thanks, Tone. I'm gonna take y'all out with a classic. My man, Barrington Levy. Murderer!
Shit. Peace out, Top Cosby.
And he saw Fred throw Dino out firsthand. That wasn't on TV. He seen that.
You got jokes. You got jokes. All right, fellas. I appreciate you again. Thanks again for coming through. We'll see all you folks next week.
Yes, sir.
Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on YouTube. Check out my man Tone at the comedy show. And I don't know what to tell you about Ro. That nigga is on his actual phone. He is on vacation. Until next week, folks. Peace.
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 Murderer, stick it do that. See, tell them already, we have to tell them again. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Them a murderer. Them a murderer. See, them coming at me area, want to kill off the youth. No dress up in that jacket and them dress up in that tie. Come a courthouse, want to tell pale lies. Them a murderer. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Cause them muggling at them cheap one, come kick out my teeth. Coming at them red, want to lick off my head. Coming to my lane, want to fly out my brain. Them dress up in a jacket and them dress up in a tie. Want to deprive I man from my rights. Them a murderer. Them a murderer. Watch them a come. Watch them a come. Them a vampire. Then we suck out your blood. Watch them a come. Watch them a come. Them a murderer. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Anyone we no like, we no keep them afraid. Girls we don't feel, we don't chat to them, cause them a murderer. Them a murderer. Dress up in a jacket and them dress up in a tie. Want to deprive I man from my rights. They muggling at them cheap walk, come kick out my teeth. Come into my lane, want to fly out my brains. Them dress up in a black, want to send their dove cats. Them a murderer. Stick it do that. See, watch them a come. Watch them a come. Them a vampire. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Anyone we no like, we no keep them afraid. Girls we no feel, we no chat to them, cause them a murderer. Them a murderer. Who God bless, say the no man curse. Thank you, Jaja, I don't end up in in a hearse, them a murderer. Then we suck out your blood. Watch them, watch them, watch them, watch them, watch them a fool. Watch them, watch them, watch them, watch them, watch them a fool. Them a murderer. Aye. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Tell them already, we have to tell them again. Any boy when we